It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And we've got Bobby Okereke, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Giants and the Commanders, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants.
Even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new and kind of get that feeling we might get something unique here in this one as well.
No 2 games ever.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And know it.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up to throw.
Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end, Gray.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So here are the Commanders making their way out.
And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Johnson.
Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Washington.
Jahan Dotson.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
Able to find Gray here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And what I saw in film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright. Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Johnson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
There's the stiff arm. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Johnson on 1st down.
Short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 69 yards.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards. And not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Commanders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Robinson up the middle.
Running right through it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Well, let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. Back to throw here. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked off by Jamin Davis.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he can only manage to get a couple.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards the pickup, first down Washington. Looking to throw. Johnson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first. Operating from the gun. Johnson. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Off play action. Johnson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Johnson being chased out left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. $17-0 our score after 1. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. First target, first catch at a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. On the counter, this is Singletary. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Singletary again. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray. Well, hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown from 19 yards away. And the Giants get a bit closer. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's 17-7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here is Washington now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Johnson's throw complete to Dotson. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. They'll run this one right with Robinson. A solid stiff arm. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football, all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Here's Johnson to throw on second down. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. New York set to take the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On the give, this is Singletary. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. They'll drop the throw. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Quiddy Pay make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. Fights him off. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Johnson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Kayvon Thibodeau, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. That one complete out to Dotson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Back to throw. Johnson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Back to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. From 3 yards out. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Singletary here running out of the gun. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This is a half for not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And the Giants send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. One final possession for the Commanders in this opening half. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Johnson. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the Eagles who come away with the home victory. Jalen Hurts, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Tua with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Give to Robinson on the option. A strong running. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now Johnson looking to throw on second down. Pass complete there to Nakua. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Johnson. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Johnson. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Singletary to get the drive started. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They go right back to Singletary. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Commander's 25-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A handoff on the option to Singletary. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
And his kick here is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Hand off now to Robinson. And some room to run now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 111 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Johnson's that's taken in by Okonkwo. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. In motion goes the tight end. On the give, here's Robinson. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 5. Looking to throw. Johnson. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Johnson now from the gun on 3rd down. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And the Commanders are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Butker on for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. This taken in right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being
toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just.
And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They go play action here on first down.
Short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw. Johnson
finds Gibbs on the check down.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
New York set to take the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up a throw.
And this pass caught by Gray.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Giants go on fourth but come up empty. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No, 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 no. On the counter, this is Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Johnson flushed out right. Escapes the defender. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Draymond Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. Johnson.
Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo.
That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Johnson going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
He'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Quiddy Pay able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And the Giants send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They begin the drive with Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing right, and that's complete. Breaks through the contact. Down the right sideline. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Johnson throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind him.
He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. Looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. They'll set up to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Washington offense back out there. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Operating from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far,
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Finding Gray on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.